Using these Tico nails to tack up the visqueen around the edge works really well. This is not my permanent because the nails will fall out. We're also going to put rocks there, and that's the permanent, because once this is all covered up, there will never be any wind down here or anything. So this is how you get things to stay in place. One of the reasons I can do this with my Tico nails, with my hardened nails, is because the concrete is still a little bit green. It's a few weeks old, but it's still green enough that it's soft enough that these nails are holding pretty good. Alright, got my lumber for the day. We got our pressure treated, some KD, and our I-joists. The thing I love about a great yard like Stringfield Lumber here in Eugene is they know how to stack your lumber in the order that you need to use it. So we got our underfloor package. We're gonna get to work today and start putting that down. Alright, we are almost finished putting all the sill plates on. Josh is putting the last long one on right now. We ran out of washers, these guys right here. So we're gonna have to go pick up more of those tomorrow. But we can still get all of our plates installed. Josh, how's it fit?
Fits nice.
Alright.
Oh, don't get that.
Good fit, all right. Sweet, so our last plate's installed right there. We'll do the 2x4 plates right there, and there for the backyard sheds. And then that's it. So yeah, we'll start putting Vicor on the concrete. You put Vicor on the wall. That's my brother-in-law right there. You put Vicor on the wall so that the moisture from the concrete doesn't seep into the ends of your TJI joists. So we're gonna do that next. We'll get all those stripped and taped on there before we put the hangers on there.
Yeah,
back to work.
Ooh, oh.
All right, we're marking layout, and these I-joists that we're putting in, they are 1.75 inches wide. So I find the center of 2 foot and then mark 7/8 of an inch either direction all the way down. So I marked out this side, and then I marked out that side on the far side, and then we're just gonna take a chalk line and snap straight across. We don't measure those center ones. We're gonna trust the straight chalk line, snap straight across, and then we'll have our center lines. So there we go, that's what we're doing. All right, so what we're gonna do, Josh is gonna zip tie the tips of our chalk lines together through the hole. There we go, one through that one, and then one through that one. And then, because we have to mark and do, I believe it was, what's 39 divided by 3? 13. There's 13 joists per run, or per unit, because in this triplex unit, so there's 13 chalk lines. So we've got a bunch of lines that we're gonna snap. This way we'll be able to reel our chalk lines back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and be able to make sure they stay chalked so that we can get chalk lines all the way down. All right, so all I have to do is unlock my chalk box, and then Josh is gonna reel his chalk box in, and now my line is getting chalked every single time we go back and forth. That way we always have a fresh line.